Dude, stop! Get your hands up!
What?
Come on!
Hi everyone, Donut here. Do I have a crazy shooting breakdown video today where a single suspect thought that he could take on 3 to 4 armed officers by himself? This incident started when a nifty little piece of technology called the ShotSpotter picked up gunshots on South Lawndale Avenue in Chicago. A shooting in Chicago? How crazy. The ShotSpotter things are pretty cool. The city put them up all over the place, and they kind of triangulate where a shot might have come from so officers can respond. I'm honestly a little surprised they can triangulate anything in Chicago with how many shots are fired every day. Speaking of, you guys want to hear some nifty statistics? Why do I keep saying nifty? That's such a dad word. Am I that dad now? Am I that much of a dad now? Speaking of, if you didn't tell your dad Happy Father's Day yesterday, you might need to go ahead and get on that. Will he ever forgive you? Crime stats. Crime stats, that's not crime stats, that's Steam. Let's head on over to our nifty little website. I like to check this website every once in a while. It's called heyjackass.com. They got a new headline illustrating Chicago values. This year in Chicago, 309 people have been shot and killed. 1,472 people were shot and wounded. Total shot, 1781. If I had to guess, based on major news outlets, the police are doing the majority of those killings. Stats. Officer-involved shootings for 2021. Police have killed 3 people and wounded 6. Wait a minute. This can't be right. Surely the police are shooting way more people. Sorry to burst your bubble, A-cabbers, but it's not the cops doing all the shooting. What other stats do they have on here? Father's Day weekend. 10 people killed, 47 wounded by shooting. 66 people have been shot in the booty cheeks this year. 17 have been shot in the wobbly bits. Oh, wait, I was doing a shooting breakdown, wasn't I? Police later discovered that the shots they heard on the ShotSpotter were fired by a 45-year-old convicted felon at another man. Wait a minute, you can't have a gun when you're a felon? Wait a minute, Chicago has the strictest gun laws of any city in the country almost. How could he have a gun and shoot at people? Reports don't state what happened to the dude he shot at. Looks like he got the heck out of there pretty quick and maybe didn't catch any lead. Police show up and see the guy walking down the street. They say stop, he don't listen, and they continue to try and de-escalate the situation peacefully. Since several officers are involved and the Chicago Police Department uses body cameras on almost all their officers, we have several angles. Let's start off with Officer Perez.
Drop it, man. Hey, we're talking to you, man. Hello?
2 seconds in and the officers are already yelling at him to drop it.
Drop it, man. Hey, we're talking to you, man. Hello?
They must see something.
All right, everything is being recorded, okay? Everything is on camera.
As always, I try to say this for every single video that I do. If I say something that seems like I'm criticizing the officers, I'm not. We just discussing it for training purposes, and I don't know their policies or their training or their backgrounds. It's still important to discuss. I say that because I don't understand at this point why some of the officers don't already have guns in their hands or already pointing them at this guy if they see something in his hands. Let me know what you think about how the officers handled this leading up to the shooting we're about to watch, because things is about to get spicy.
Hey, stop right there. Show me your hands.
For this spicy shooting, let's pull out our high-tech DEA, FBI, CIA crime scene recreation software created by NASA. And God. A bad guy. Walk in this direction. Officer Perez. Police car. Officer Garcia. Officer Nakayama. Gun. As soon as Officer Garcia gets close to the suspect pulls out a gun with his right hand and shoots under his own left arm, striking Officer Garcia in the hand, rendering him unable to fire with his strong hand.
Hey, dude, get your hands out of your pocket! Dude, stop! Get your hands up!
What?
Come on!
What?
Man's just trying to be like John Wick. of John Dick, am I right? Good teaching moment right there. Practice with both hands. As soon as the suspect gets that shot off, he turns and shoots Officer Nakayama twice, once in the leg and once in the shoulder. Officer Perez, who was following him from behind, gets a few shots off, and one of the officers, not sure which one, hit the suspect in the leg.
Shots fired. Shots fired by the police.
They cuff old boy and start working on their officers. The only wound he has is a shot to the leg. I'm not trying to joke about the officer's injuries, but I've discussed this same situation with other officers before. By this situation, I mean getting your pants cut off because you took one to the leg or, you know, maybe your waist or hip somewhere. Like, man, I hope I don't have a forest down there when they wheel me through the ER and all the cute nurses are looking at me. Even if the hedges were just clipped, you know, I really hope I'm having a sausage day more than a turtle day. You'd be surprised how many cops worry about the same scenario. The two officers who were injured were later released from the hospital, and all their homies showed up to say hey. And of course, as the cherry on top, there's always someone who shows up to yell at police.
You got scissors on you?
I got a knife.
I got my med kit.
Back up now! Back up!
I can't hear what the person is saying, but I'm assuming it's along the lines of, they had no right to shoot that man. Perhaps, hey, I'm screaming because I'm a fucking idiot. Oh, and also the incident is currently under investigation. The shooting is being investigated by the Civilian Office of Police Accountability, which is the independent city agency charged with probing police shootings. Leave it to a bunch of people who don't know what they're doing to look at this and say, oh, it definitely should be investigated for wrongdoing on the officers.
Come on.
Oh, so much to investigate. Not only is Chicago popping off for its citizens who seem to be living in an active war zone, but there have been a lot of police shootings lately as well. 5 days before this shooting we just talked about, a dude purposefully led cops into an ambush and shot 3 people, including 1 officer in the hand. Back on March 15th, an off-duty officer was ambushed by 2 gunmen while stopped in traffic. He was shot in the stomach and lived. A day before that shooting, an on-duty Chicago Police Department sergeant was shot while standing in the parking lot of the police station. The bullet grazed his chin and he was released from a hospital later that day. Almost bit the bullet on that one. When you have your 12th Father's Day, do you just start saying things like that? Do the dad jokes just come naturally now? Point of this video is I really wouldn't want to live our police in Chicago. Definitely wouldn't want to police in Chicago. If you want to see this video without my stupid face here talking about it, please check out my Raw Police video channel. I'm going to start updating it a lot more. There's going to be a lot of cool stuff on there. It'll be in the description below. As always, if you want to help support the channel, check out Bunker Branding, where you can get super cool hats and merch and shirts and all sorts of stuff like this. In the meantime, I'm going to be over at twitch.tv/donutoperator if you want to come hang out. We might be doing a live Leo recap tonight, so that'll be fun. Everyone, please have a fantastic day.
Whack.